Cast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining our September Virginia Broker Roundtable on Attitude is Everything in Real Estate Sales, hosted by our Virginia broker, Tracy Brown. Before we begin, I want to remind everyone of a few features that we have here at Allison James. First, I want to remind everyone about our live chat feature. When you log on to Allison James University, there is a blue bar at the bottom right of your screen. You can instantly get in touch with a member of our support team this way. Quickly chat us a question and we will solve your problem as soon as possible. If you are logged off for the day, you can still use this feature. It will just send us an email and we will get back to you as soon as we return to the office. Also, don't forget to look at the Learn section of Allison James University. This is where we keep all of our recorded webinars, Facebook Lives, and more. This is a great place for you to continue to grow your business. I believe that there's no such thing as learning too much. So jump in here and start watching videos about technology, expert talk, social media marketing, and more. If you have any questions about Allison James University or any of our other tools, you can always email us at support@ajicorporate.com. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our Virginia Broker Roundtable. Remember, if you have any questions during this presentation, go ahead and type them in at the questions panel of your GoToWebinar control panel, and we will answer them at the end. I will now pass it over to Tracy Brown. Good afternoon, Tracy.
Good afternoon, Tori. Glad to be here again. I'll get started right away, and we're going to talk about attitude, how your attitude is everything. If I come on the phone here and talk about how depressed my life is and how everything is going, not many agents have joined my part of the firm, and I'm just not happy, that's a pretty negative attitude, isn't it? That drives you down automatically. So, my friends, everyone who's listening today, I want to share with you your attitude will determine the altitude of how successful you are in life, not just real estate and anything. Just by me talking to you in the beginning, that demeaning type mode, you became depressed and sunken back in your chair. So get up, get out, let's make it happen now. I'm going to give you 5 attitude traits of successful salespeople, 5 attitude traits of successful real estate salespeople. And these 5 traits that I'm going to give you, they're based on what I've seen in the industry and working with agents for over 30 years and training agents. And I want to share with you how to maybe stop your stinking thinking, if that's what you choose to do, or if you feel like you want to feel sorry for yourself all the time. Well, I don't know what it is, but let's talk right now. The first trait is empathy. When you're working with buyers and sellers, you have to have an attitude of empathy. That's identifying with that customer. A customer needs you to be able to identify with them exactly how you can help them sell their home or how you can help them purchase that home. That empathy attitude has to be more than just about how much commission you're going to make off them, or about hurry up, rushing them into a house or sell their home just so you can go into the next buyer or seller. It's not about that. It's that true big E, empathy that you have with them. Mr. Miss Seller and Buyer, I understand how you feel. I once felt the same way, but I found out how we can best handle getting you moved in the time you like to move. It's about handling it this way at this price. Wouldn't that be great? And you shake your head and they go, it sure would be. So that's that empathy that you're bringing out when you're talking with that buyer or seller. So that's a trait you have to learn how to have, is how to communicate with having empathy based on the situation that you're in. And next is that attitude trait of the 5 attitude traits is focus. A real estate agent who's focus driven to accomplish the goals. Do you know what your goals are for this year? Do you know where you are with your goals this year? Are you ahead of the game or behind the game? See, your focus would determine how your attitude is. If you focus on everything that's brown, guess what you're going to find? Everything that's brown. If you focus on what's green, you'll find everything that's green. It's kind of like a scotoma. Scotoma is kind of like a medical term. Now, I'll give you an example of that. Have you ever, I know you have, purchased a car, and then after you purchased that car, everywhere you went, guess what? You saw that car. That's right. You got that Toyota. Now, everywhere you go, you see that same car. Well, did more cars come on the road once you purchased yours? No. You focused in on it. It's called a scotoma. You focus on that now, so that's what you get. What I'm saying with you there, if you focus on the negative, guess what? You're going to be negative. If you focus on the positive, that's right. You will become more positive and think about what you're doing. Now, we said 1 is empathy, 2 is focus, number 3, oh, this is the big one, responsibility. Regardless if the real estate market is high or low, you have to say that you are responsible for the outcome. We cannot blame others for our lack of sales in the business, or we can't blame others for our increase in sales in the business. You have to take full responsibility on your own. Until you take ownership of where you are in your sales, guess what? Nothing will happen. Because you'll say, the big companies are coming in, they're taking over. The rebate companies are coming in, the big boys, you know who I'm speaking about, and these different type companies. And real estate isn't like it used to be anymore. No, you aren't like you used to be anymore. You're not focused. So the key word there is focus. You have to be able to focus, and you have to be responsible. Take responsibility. So I've shared with you about empathy. I've shared with you about focusing. I've shared with you that you have to be responsible for the actions that you have every day and what you're doing, and you're responsible for the end result of your sales. And number 4, this is something I try to have. Optimism. You have to be optimistic and find the positive in every situation. Now, don't go in a garden and say there's no weeds, there are no weeds. That's right, because if you say that and you see all the weeds are going to take over the garden. But if you see the weeds, be optimistic about pulling those weeds out. So if you said there are no listings, guess what? You have to be more proactive in finding out how you can get more listings, how you can make more calls, how you can make more contacts to reach more sellers to get more listings. That's right. It's just a numbers game. You have to be optimistic. So you go in with your empathy and share after you work so hard to get the sale, and you got this sale or listing because you were focused, and then you took responsibility in your own hand, not because of the other companies, the rebate companies, because you believe if you want to achieve, it's up to you, and you went out and made it happen. And then you have optimism, and to keep it going, you found the positive. If it's whatever you have to do, if it's REOs, if it's rentals, if it's listings, I don't care where the market is shifting, be optimistic about I'll follow the market and I'll make it happen. I'll either find a way or I'll make one. That's the optimism we have to have in our lives. And this is a big one here. And the last one is so often interpreted wrong. Ego. You got to have ego. Yes, you have to have an ego-driven attitude, not egotistical, but an ego-driven attitude for success. That when that seller rejects you, they're just rejecting your offer, but they're not really rejecting you. So you have to go on to the next one. Are you aware KFC? You know who founded KFC? Colonel Sanders. He was rejected 1,009 times until he came upon a person that believed in his chicken recipe. Yeah, this guy comes in and over age 65 years old and said, I want to give you this recipe. I want to share this recipe with you, and it's going to help you get sales in chicken. And everyone said, get out of here 1,009 times until the 1,010th person said, hey, let's check this out. Now there's a KFC in every city, which there's at least 30,000 people. Man, so you got to have that ego. When you get rejected, you think you're being rejected because of a sales presentation, you go right to the next one. You don't give up. That's the type of ego you have to have. You have to have that ego in life with everything, but not egotistical, but an ego-driven attitude of success. 1, empathy. 2, focus. 3, responsibility. 4, optimism. And 5, ego-driven. I'm just excited about sharing this with you, and I empathize with you that it sometimes can be tough in this industry, but if you stick with it, stay focused, and be responsible and have the right optimism, you will make it. I use all those terms in that message I just shared with you. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to talking with you all soon. Have a fantastic week. Make it a winning month.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on our September Virginia Broker Roundtable. And of course, a very special thank you, as always, to Tracy for putting together such a great topic and presentation. We will see you all next month for another Virginia Broker Roundtable. Thanks again for joining, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.